Here's an overview of how to play Tears in Heaven by Eric Clapton. So I start with capo up at 4, and then I'm going to begin by playing a little arpeggio, and it's really given where the capo is in A and using the open A string, but making this sort of G bar shape and doing a little intro arpeggio to kind of make it sound different and unique before we get to the main part of the song. So it's really just starting with A and doing a little arpeggiating and then going to the E, but playing with the same open A bass note, kind of getting that nice sound, and then to the D. So again, playing the strings 4, 3, and 2, so that D shape, and still with the open A string. And you can do a little toggle here, and then also play these high notes on the first string. Because that's a nice little sound. And then when I go to the E, I play the E bass note this time. And then again, maybe a little toggle, and then back to the D, either the A or the D, but probably the A string here. And then I'm going to go to the low E chord, and then just doing a little hammer on there to get that suspended sound. And then I like to end with that high E. And so all this is preparation for the main part of the song. So it kind of feels like it's something unexpected, and then we'll hear the main epic notes of the beginning of the song. So this a little bit of arpeggiation. And I kind of like doing this. Doing the little chords, or you can arpeggiate. Maybe add a little toggle if you want to, so it's really just kind of. So a pretty little beginning, and I definitely do a little pause there. Just the standard way that the song is notated, but starting with that little hammer and then playing through the main part of the verse. And then that's the intro there, and then the verse sound starts, and it's the same playing as that intro. Would you know my name if I saw you in heaven? And that ending part. So getting that bass to play in the same, and then starting the second time. Would it feel the same if I saw you in heaven? And then transition to the second part of the verse. I must be strong and carry on, 'cause I know I don't belong. And then it goes back to the same intro. Here in heaven, etc. So it's so they're really trying to accentuate the melody notes and also get the bass notes in there too. And then for the second verse, it's the same, except I just add a little solo on the high strings as we work through it. Would you hold my hand if I saw you in heaven? Would you help me stand that's the solo from here. So just working it straight down that first string, and then trying to hit that note with the bass at the right time. And then the rest is all the same. And then back to the same main intro verse. And then now we go into the bridge. So it's just 4 of the A, and then we move into a C as the start of the bridge. Time can bring you down, time can bend your knees. And then we're gonna repeat it again. So it's C, time can bring, G over B, down, A minor, D over F sharp. And then so when we do it, the end of the bridge, we go to E, and then just like the end of the verse, it's that same little beginning of the next stage. So that if we look at the bridge again, so the hammer on, time can bring you down, time can bend your knee. So I'm working down that bass line here. Time can bring you down, time can bend your knees, and then G down, and then back up. Time can break your heart, have you beg and please, beg and please. And then it's the same as the beginning of the song. I try and accentuate the melody notes a little bit so it kind of sounds like a solo, and I definitely do this run up high on the high notes. So I'll try a little bit more on these, picking these notes here to try and make it sound like a solo. So maybe add that little slide. And a little hammer on there, so. Solo, got a little riff there, a little slide. So it's just the same sequence, but with a little bit more to accentuate the melody notes there. And then this verse is the same as what we did before. There's peace, I'm sure, and I know there'll be no more tears in heaven. And then the last verse is really the same as everything we've played so far. I'm just working it through. And it's actually the same lyrics as the first as well. Would you know my name if I saw you in heaven? One of the things I always try and focus on is as I get into the bridge, especially, I tend to speed up. And so trying to keep the song slow and steady all the way through as hard as we get to the end. I'm accelerating here just because it is the same, but really trying to keep that tempo even. If I saw you in heaven, would it feel the same? If I saw you in heaven, I must be strong and carry on, 'cause I know I don't belong. And then when we end it, it's going to be the same, but I'm going to do a little riff at the end. So all I'm doing is when we get to that E. So finger picking up, this little toggle, hammer. beginning with the bar of the A at the 5th fret.